There's a lot of CTs in and around this A side, but for NAVI Junior, they haven't lost anyone as of yet. Finally, Modesty going down, man advantage up for the CTs.
And they're going to fake Spoke, but forward towards this one. Sapper getting killed, Fear and Pogor turning it back around, but Manon deals with Pogor at least, leaving Fear and Uncari in a 2 versus 2 as Fear finds LNZ on the Ninja's side. Uncari has been spotted and know roughly where Fear should be. 35 HP for this USP to face as well. The PT50 being very careful about this, sticking on the defuse. Kits in on Mana, he's got no Kevlar, facing on Sapphire, instead gets that kill and doubles up and buys more than enough time for the defuse to come through and the pistol to set for Young Ninjas.
Very silent, very passive. Finally, a couple of footsteps out towards ramp, and now it's just a clean-up clue coming in. Monasty's the last one left in a 1 versus 3. Couple of kills going the way of the Deagles, but no more than that. No bomb plan.
Still got a flash and incendiary to use. Man, I might want to think about putting that incendiary out very soon. They're trying to press on Modesty. Counter Molotov's back at the T side. Nilo gets his kill. Cynic's there with a trade back. Modesty's low. LNZ dealt with Manin. Now in the gap and a smoke, trying to look back to the back lines. Did see that one player over at the sandbags. Will burst through, and now Cynics has information as he gets that bomb down. It's all left to Manin to clutch this. The kit is on him, and again, no utility to work off of this. The flashbangs and smokes just continue coming in for the CTs, for the T side, I should say. 3 flashes still left in play for them. One of them just got used, but another one got taken out by Manin, and now towards the bomb, he'll tap it, try and force the peek in from Cynics, thinking he's closer than he actually is in the end for the T side. Sprays through, blind Fuzi, doing minimal damage to Cynics, and just going to get access to the A site, probably go for the bomb plant here. His Deagles will throw themselves at the site, it seems to go for the retake anyway. No kits in. Nilo lands that one frag on Modesty, not quite there for Uncari, so now the M4 borne down upon with the Deagle by his side. Flashes and nades onto Fuzi's position. Man and Peaks is seen. They actually combined to get that trade back to a 2 versus 2, but now Cynics over his side only got to get faced upon by the Deagle, and the Deagle just gets overwhelmed. Fuzi should also be a known entity here in the back lines of the site. Again, no kit, no time to work with here. He wants to try and fall back out of the site to save, get an exit frag, or at least attempt to do so, and then Carey finds the pick, and Navi Jr. equalizes very early in the game. Very, very cautious moments here. Molotov inbound, Sapek's got to put that up to try and suppress. 30 seconds, and backup has also arrived back here. LNZ's got to get these 2 kills, only finds the one. The Mac 10 trades it, and now Fuzi's got to turn his attention towards 2 sides. Sapek is finally going to end up falling. Fuzi there to support his teammate. Manon's going to go over one with the AWP wallbang. Further shots in will do damage to Fuzi in a 2 versus 2, but the bomb will go down for Navi.
Just try to see if they can force it back. Nilo, though, going to actually force forward, a little bit forward in terms of positioning, in terms of his teammate, but at least he strikes onto that first, and now it comes down to Modesty to clutch.
Well, AWP in a 1 versus 2, swing out, does not see any players on the scope. It's going to be Herd though. Forced to get twitchy, forced to get a little bit risky, tap it again. Shot on the headshot, not quite landing. Fuzi gets his 3K in the end, holds the defense and the retake and the round for Young Ninjas. They've read this so well so far. In towards the ramp entrance, they'll start to move up here. 4 players total. Not sure what that 5th man is, a Cynics. Maybe waiting for the backstab to come inbound, but he gets that kill in with the CT side. AWP and Fuzi. Nilo gets one more back. Carry trades back on Sapek. They know that Nilo and Fuzi are still in play, and the AK gets another headshot again to 2 versus 2. Fuzi at side alley. Cynics trades back his teammate, and now got a fight against the AWP, baiting in the shot, getting the spray together, doing damage, but not winning the fight in the end. A 3K up for Fuzi. All 5 T-side members here in the M4 better be ready to get that kill and get out of dodge. Sees 2 of the lineup, and he sticks around for a hair's too long. Pogor and Modesty are tagged, especially Pogor pretty heavily for his own right. So Mana might have a decent idea to deal with him because he's going to be the entry man here. Spray through Mana and gets that pick back, looking for Fear next up. Sees at least 2 players, now catching info on all 3. Spray back, Modesty catches Sapek, and Uncari deals a man on the site. 2 versus 2, but 5 seconds to get the bomb down. Modesty can be swung upon here. The AWP covered off in the backlines by Uncari, so it's all left to LNZ. Smoke on him again, he's going to force forward of it, and Modesty will win out the fight and win out the round. Molotov's in, I think they're trying to drive Fuzi away from here. They've got only smokes and flashes left here for the Navi Junior side. 30 seconds, and that AWP catches Pogor, peeks back in against the York back tool. Slow face for the T side, actually wins out the fight for Modesty, so man advantage maintained by Navi Junior. Nilo trades it back to a 3-on-3 and starts facing around the backhand corner. Fear gets caught by Nilo's peak aggression with the bomb being dropped to the open. 15 seconds, he's going to wait back here. LNZ accounted for, but Nilo makes it one more frag. USP out against Cynics, who escapes with his life out to the other side of the site. Man and still sprays through, catches that headshot and secures the round, but Nilo is the man that deserves the plaudits in that round. Sprays up, Molotov's in, LNZ puts his smoke up, Modesty still watching with the AWP, now focusing back on that rifle at the sandbags area. Counter smoke keeps the T-side players Pretty easily suppressed from the CT side forces. LNZ tanks the nade to the face, but he should be seen as an M4 play for Papek. Doesn't get any more than that. Fuzi chimes in with 2 op picks. LNZ, what's he looking at? He has stalled for time though, 10 seconds, and Fuzi catches the next carrier with the bomb, leaving Pogor to retreat back out towards ramp, try and escape before time, but he will go down before the timer hits 0. And Ninjas, how do you play your way out of this, Navi? They have got a buyback in this round. Again, they're playing out the ramp default for the umpteenth time. m0NESY gets his pick in and doubles up on Sapek. Cynics also gets a kill on Marnin. So now the main A-site force has been dealt with. It's the 2 rotators. The AWP is already here. But do Ninjas consider a save here? Stab the right angle on those smokes. m0NESY is going to back up with his AWP, try and play the supportive role in the back lines of the site itself. That bomb gets dropped by Nilo, however. A gap in that smoke, in fact. Okay, that's not good. Nade on Pogor also tanks that to the face. Incendiary coming in as well, just about to get a bomb plant in. No, he's going to burn. Fuzi gets another good kill, and Ninjas don't even need presence on the B side to defend against it. m0NESY and Uncarry trying to recover this 4-on-2. Looking right and left, peeking from Nilo. Just about wins the fight, and m0NESY left with it all to do. Catches one, doesn't get the second. It's caught off by Sapek, and it's a 9-6 half for the Ninjas. Now, NAVI Jr. going in for the retake. They have got more nades. They've got 1 more in for m0NESY. 2 flashes between him and Pogor, and a smoke for each of those players as well. One of which goes out the side alley. I think a flash just went over the edge. And Fear finds Marnin, sends him tumbling down. Many, many stories away, but the kills still come back for the remaining Ninjas players. m0NESY, all that remains. And the kills just came in so quick and effective for the Ninjas side. NAVI didn't know what they were doing on that retake. Run boost in from the NAVI Junior side, though. They have got some plans towards the ramp default, and they have maintained a man advantage. Not with USPs, guys. Marnin was looking for a full-on backstab, but now with all these kills coming in, they've got bomb control.
Oh no, this is awful. This is such a bad position to be in for the CT side. The CTs have picked up 2 AKs. Oh, this is going to be tough to recover.
Well, Fuzi has found one of the AKs. Marnin has no Kevlar to resist his MAC-10, so I guess it is still possible to a certain extent, but they've got to catch and carry first and foremost, and with that AK, he is still holding himself something. Kill comes back, Fuzi does not let Cynics get away with anything else, and Pogor cannot double up on his kill count, so fortunately, aggressive towards ramp again on the default. Sapek's got to deal with 2 CT players, and surely now Ninja should realise that maybe it's best to hold back away from the entrance rather than playing aggressive towards ramp control. Bait in the CT forces first and foremost, drop down out of scaff and start attacking the B side instead, where Kerry will fall first, but Cynics gets 2 trades back. Fuzi turns it to a 2 versus 2, and the rotations will be a little bit late, but NAVI Jr. will go for this retake. No kits in play, however, and look at Nilo. Look at Nilo, he's going to line them up. Just as the smoke clears, Pogor couldn't have seen it coming. Nade back to Sapek in this one will still be able to respond elsewhere on the map. NAVI Jr. doing a decent job in this particular gun round, dealing with the Ninjas players, but it still is a 5 versus 4, making it 3. Cynics actually catches LNZ off guard up towards the stairs default, and AWP m0NESY finds Marnin as well. So 2 players left standing for the Ninjas side. NAVI Jr., well, they have found the spring in their step once again.
Yeah, they have. And T-side just probably looking to try and see if they can find what little extras are available into this round. Bit of a walk setup coming through from Sapek. Now, if he gets in behind Fear, he could potentially get 2 kills. Fear on the site and the Sandbags player.
Oh, trying to turn back in, didn't find the angle, didn't see the player until far too late, and Fuzi the 1v5 clutch. Couldn't quite line the spray up on Pogor as well, so main entrance, Nilo trying to boost up. Did he get seen in the banger position? He definitely is now. 1 kill found. Fuzi trying to trade it back. LNZ catches Fear over towards the A site, and finally Cynics gets overwhelmed. So does Uncarry. So does Pogor, leaving 1 player left in m0NESY back at the A site with everything to do. And the Ninjas execute. Looks a little bit staggered, a little bit awkward, but coming through confident in the end. Probably secures the round from here.
I feel for the little hamsters that need to go on their wheel to get the kill feed up, because my goodness, we saw 4 kills coming through so damn quickly up for the T side. m0NESY might have a bit of a crack at this retake though.
Oh, it's not impossible for him. Missing that next shot though means that certainly is impossible. Not over till it's over. And again, 2 rounds required before it's official. The Ninjas are looking more confident than NAVI, but they are finding a couple of opening picks here. Munacy starts things off against the first man. Pogo will catch the secondary kill as well. Looking for man on the edge of the smoke, makes it 2 kills, not quite that third, but a 5-on-2 game for NAVI already. Ninjas will get that 1 trade, but responded to so quickly, and Fuzi's got nowhere left to go.
What a sequence coming through from Pogor and Modesty, and they just got baited into that. Just deep ramp smokes coming through from the City side. They're looking to get up close and personal with it, and for the T side, a decent start again with the nades out towards that ramp position. It seems like Young Ninjas just keep getting tanked by it. Oh, Pogor making a big play by himself. Got a little bit of support from his teammate, but it was all him.
2 frags found easy. AK now starts taking its face from Fear. Galil of Fuzi's forced away. Taps up, not connecting to Fear's part. Flashes. Not even going over, actually. Faked utility. Munacy still catches the player over on the B side, leaving all the ramp control and towards Sapek as the 1 versus 5. And if NAVI Jr. keep getting rounds like this, then the Ninjas' lead is probably going to get equalized much quicker than we might have thought.
I'm going to ask you the question, Jay, of can we sort of, maybe not so much expect, but can we entertain the idea of potentially a bit of a choke here?
Sees that one, the back of banger, flashbanging, keeps him blind, he still finds the kill on Nilo. The bomb crosses, the spray lines up good, LNZ gets his secondary pick back, but only 2 kills found for the Ninjas side and 10 for the board of NAVI. And Munacy here with the AWP, though, you can imagine they will still lose that opening pick. Just that 1 frag found, drawing attention back. Meanwhile, Manon strikes, finds a player in the mid control, trying to siphon off rotations inbound. Look at how far pushed up he actually is here. Fear gets caught, the spray's not good enough. He turns back on Pogor, but Pogor wins his fight. Fear dealt with Cynics, back at quad, still sitting there for the entire round, only gets that 1 frag. The bomb should go down now. 2v2 for the retake. Pogor's not been detected. The incendiary will drive that bomb planter away, and Pogor sprays on the right position, but Nilo gets to sneak it in regardless. Start aggressive, but going down, leaving all the Fuzi, seeing both, running out of ammo, Glocks out, does not connect the shot. And 3 kills for Pogor, wins the round again for NAVI. They're watching with the smokes out. Pogor staying here towards side alley. Push that M4 into position. Does Nilo check the angle? They're all flash blinded. Orp gets swung upon by Sapek. Fear comes up with a kill. Pogor detected by LNZ. Fear's gonna be dealt with at the back lines. And it will be a 2-man advantage for the Ninjas. Bomb plant secured on default. Sinixon and Carey seem like they want to go for this, but if they don't get a pick in the next 5 seconds, it's gonna be over. And in fact, it returns for the T side. Tanao and Carey has got to save.
They were only playing double a B, save onto the AWP, bring it to the next round, and Sapek, man, what a wide swing that was on towards the AWP. I mean, that is a tough shot to hit, up against Modesty, who has pretty much been hitting everything in the second half.
Minute and 15, we still stand at evens.
Now it gets slow, now it gets silent. Flash out from Ali, they swing with it, but for NAVI Jr., you're in a bit of a position where they're making a risk. They're triple stacking up the A side, only having 1 defender out from mid and B.
Pogor's too close. Fuzi had no idea he was going to get caught off guard. Sapek's got a swing on both players. Transfers that spray to do damage to Onkeri, but not much of it. He stays alive, and Nyla reveals his angle, realizing they've got to commit to the site at this stage. Got to go grab back and grab that bomb. Munacy caught out in mid. LNZ finds the damage, does not get the kill. Cynics peeking in, and he wins his fight, leaving it all to Nilo to rotate back into the B play. At least that's what we think. Onkeri pressing forward is going to catch the information, and Nilo, if he wins this fight, he charges onto A and he gets this bomb plant together. It's all going to be about this particular fight, though. Swing back, and he's not ready for the angle. NAVI Jr. surviving at this moment. 13 of the board, 2 more to go before overtime. Now the T-side players press onto the B play. Munacy is all about and Carey backed up as well towards this mid control. Getting that first frag and now focusing on the main flanker. The T-side forces pressing on from the Ninjas side. Nilo here with the smokes out, flashes going over. Munacy puts that incendiary up. LNZ catches on Carey. AWP still frags back. Cynics here at quad, gonna wait and bait, but turns onto him with an adjustment. The bomb plant will come down. It'll be a man advantage for the CT side, but retake will be on or not. The nade of Munacy lands, and it's all left to Fuzi. I know LNZ's already just called in a tactical pause for his side, because they're gonna need it. 15-14, NAVI Jr. Oh, nade on Sapek. Read so well, NAVI Jr. They know the ins and outs of a ramp default, and they're just playing ninjas for a fiddle for it. Pogor needs to get these 2 kills in. Nilo gets the response back on the 2 to get the 4 versus 3 advantage now for the ninjas side. They're going to slow things down, but this kit looks to be on the A play.
Yeah, it's got to be an A strike. Really has to be, or does it? I mean, Madden's still lurking out for mid. It all just comes down to how quickly this information can come through. Get the cross smokes down, maybe get him as a bit of a late lurk, and Karis getting aggressive, and he gets punished.
Now Monacy, all that remains. His AWPing has been amazing so far, but they're going to counter-rotate back into the B play. Marnin could catch off Cynics. The spray comes forward, and now Monacy with the impossible clutch here to keep NAVI in at overtime. He's found that first frag. Trying to swap out to the rifles. The Deagle inbound. Needs to switch back to the AWP. Oh, that's a good flick on the second player. HP advantage of Nilo as well, but right below him is going to be Fuzi. It's going to be the spray for 16-14. Ninjas eventually go past the line and win the first map for the best of 3.
Heartbreaking coming through for NAVI.
P250 watching for Sapek. His side trying to face in, seeing that contact, seeing those players. Damage done by Onkari, takes that man, and Fuzi there with his trade. Nades up on Sapek's part, continuous facing from Fuzi will try and do the damage against the TT forces. The 4 versus 3 still remains. 2 more players spotted, so they have info on everybody at this stage. Onkari tagged up, they're on the bomb, on the diffuser, it's going to get dealt with by LNZ, so they find that player, and now they drive NAVI Jr. out of the side permanently, in with the pistol round for the young ninjas.
Wow, everyone goes down to the bomb pretty much. Nilo's the only player that saves on, but it doesn't really matter. They hold off to the post plan.
Start leaning up with his back 10 to try and get onto the B site. If he can isolate his 2 big back coffins, and that's going to be pretty much round done. Cynics and Monacy can combine. They only catch that 1 frag. Don't need that secondary pick as well. Carey striking out towards the mid control, but finally Monacy's going to go down. So just this AK saved it around. Actually, that one's going to get picked up and go through on Carey. Flash in. He catches Fuzi, actually. Hold on. 2 kills, 20 HP. That is damage here. He has the footsteps of the next man as well, so he has info on both of the T-side members. Now the smoke will go up so he can cross back. He looks to get out of dodge here. Will he go for the retake from CT spawn?
He might as well have a crack at it. I mean, 1 versus 2. Yeah, he's on 20 points of health, but they know they're going to be able to buy up weapons in the next rounds as it is.
Not to be in this one, though. Good effort. They do clear it. AWP and Monacy missing out his shot out to brackets. Going to reposition to try and back up Pogor, who is checked by Man, and headshot inbound. AWP missing his second shot. So it will be a 4 versus 4 situation. The bomb plants are killed to the back wall. NAVI letting him get a bit too much on this rotate.
I reckon we've jinxed it now, Jay. I reckon that's what's happened. Monacy. Ooh, okay, that's a bit of a way back in. Man advantage now, and a lot of util on the retake.
2 flashes on Monacy and smoke down for him as well. A couple of incendiaries for Ankari and Fear. And Molotov was coming from Cynics as well. Will drive that pit, and the graveyard entrance out of position. Ankari picking it up. Nilo seen, spray, tapped through on Veer. Gets that kill in the end. The flashbang keeps him blind. The M4 can't wrap upon him though. Monacy catches the clear on site. Nilo's still fighting for it. 2 kills out. Deagle needs to land a 3rd and the 4th, but not to be in the end. The fuse kit will just come through from Ankari. It's going to be a bit close actually.
Yeah, he's just got it.
No, he doesn't! Oh, he stalled for enough time. Nilo, low HP, but still becomes the hero nonetheless.
They've got no util up on this post plant for the T side, so for LNZ, it's going to be dry on the approach aggressively.
Nilo catches the kill. 2 players. Shadow Scene, they line up for the IGL. And Monacy left here with the orb in a 1v3 scenario. As amazing as he is, a B-site retake. I mean, any retake on the likes of Inferno is going to be very difficult for him, so he's out of there, saving the AWP, conceding the 6th round back to the Ninja side. What a recovery as well from a 5-on-3 situation. 2 players remain alive, sure, but that's still a round for them.
That's poor. Poor from NAVI. Come on, there's no excuses there. When you've got a 5-on-3 and you've got a boost player up towards flower pots that they're not checking.
They saw that coming a mile away. Monacy, however, catches Man in, swings back on Nilo, and now he's going. Now the AWP has some breathing room, finds those 2 stellar first frags into the A site. Out of the apartments, the last player falls, and now Sapek starts creeping into B. They haven't checked Dark. They don't have a Molotov to do so, but they've got no utility at all here for the T side. Someone's got a dry face. This Uncarry also there at the coffin, sees them both, fights back. Sapek is going to get tagged, but not get dealt with. They're going to look back to the back lines as well. Two players can line up, and none of the stray bullets connect to Sapek's part. So Manasi's left with it all to do. He gets Fuzi for his 3K, drops that bomb in the open as well, actually. Flicks back, continuing to see what his T-side players are at, but he can't find Sapek. The USP would be enough to deal the damage, and the Incendiary will drive him away from the coffin's plant position. And then they're going to stick it, but he goes down. That might be enough. Monasi coming up with 4 kills, and Sapek, he's got no chance left in this one. He's got to concede, he's got to save the weapon. As NAVI Jr., Monasi in particular, gets the first round.
Beautiful incendiary, and it gets to a position for LNZ where he's...
Manasi's here on the A site, which is where the hit looks to come through from the Ninjas, and we've seen how great this AWP can be. Flash is going over, he holds his angle, AK looks, Manasi going to get overwhelmed with a numbers game in the end. LNZ catches that kill as Pogo is quick to fall. The bomb plant secured, and for Pogo, he's 007 and all. Looking for that 8 for the Ninjas to win the half outright already. This is...
But still, at the same point, you can give them credit for all they do in the early round, in the mid rounds, but it comes down to the late round, and look at this from Fuzi.
Again, NAVI Jr. Oh, Fuzi. Man alive. He's giving Monasi a run for his money as he wins the direct AWP battle against him. That's A site cleaned up. Rotators are on the way, but Sapek is cutting off some of the B presence as well. Kills in, Molotov's out. Fear's just far back, leaving this one B. Bomb's going to get picked up and committed to the site on Carey. Does find one response frag, but now they know exactly where the 2 CTs are at. They might not have as much info on Fear, but it's gonna get difficult from here on out, to say the least. Like, it already has been difficult so far, but just doing damage to the Ninja side. Okay, this is a little bit more like what NAVI Jr. were finding with success over on Vertigo when they got the utility damage in first and foremost, but the kills come in for LNZ and Sapek. Simple stuff for the AKs, and despite the heavy HP advantage, NAVI Jr. just can't catch a kill.
They do everything right except find the frags on the swings, don't they? The early chip damage when it came to the nades, the way that they were prodding in top banana, and then as soon as they swing, they can't find anything. They don't bang. Oh, great shot coming through for Nilo. And this is just, it's got to be another save, right? They can't go for this. NAVI Jr. really just on the back foot. They're getting just absolutely slapped around. They're really having a tough time just holding on.
Oh, Fuzi. The confidence in him to continue going for picks, even at pixel perfect positions, but Uncarry and Fear have confidence of their own. Out towards second mid, they found a play. They get to 5 versus 3. The bomb being dropped. I believe Nilo is not checking the Mexi angle. Okay, he was on the balcony, excuse me, so I don't even think he had a chance to check it. Uncarry still gets his triple as he finds Sapek next up, and the Ninjas finally face some resistance. Finally, something going good for NAVI Jr. after what was 4 rounds in a row, followed by the 6 rounds prior to it.
No scope, quick scope. What's it going to be from Fuzi? Ooh, it does land the first, but gets traded straight away. Second on the board for NAVI Jr., and that was just like, Ankara, go kill. We'll flash you over the top.
Just the face up, just that contact. Quick execution coming in for the Ninjas now, out towards the A side. Monasi lands that first kill with the AWP on site. Second shot not quite as successful. The rifle in the back of Pogor gets a kill in. Nilo responds towards it, now isolating Monasi alone on the site. One player now rotating out towards short is on Kere, found by Sapek. He finds that spray in the end to a 2 versus 2. Cynics is close past the smoke. Will Sapek see him? Yes, he will. He'll take that fight, but opts to fall back. As meanwhile, LNZ's locked into his own battle. Needs to get this plant in, needs to force the retake. Cynics caught off by Sapek. LNZ, that was genius. Making noise to turn the CT's position back over towards short, allow the peak to come in from Sapek's part, and the bomb can go down a 1v2 retake for Fear.
Yeah, they faked it the first time, tried to draw him into the open. LNZ,
lovely.
What a round from him and Sapek. Retaking smokes up towards the top of Banana, but it's only that one incendiary. The smoke doesn't continue either. Monasi on rotate out towards CT, but he needs help now.
They're backing up, man, and sees the AWP, and Monasi and Fear go with a couple of good picks. All right, 2 versus 4. The bomb is on the site, but Nilo loses out his fight, so it's all left to Fuzi. I think there might be a gap in that CT smoke. Molotov in, I don't think there was actually. He crossed successfully, can grab that bomb. The smoke's in, and Fear catches a quadra, catches the 3rd round for NAVI Jr. now. already. Again, Cynics is getting tagged up and the nades out towards Sandbags done their damage. Pogor can return a lot more HE damage on towards the brackets. Control is sprayed through his teammate off on the other side, and Kerry gets traded to the line up for Pogor, but he only finds that one thing. Monacy caught on the edge of the smoke, and LNZ sprays through, dishes out damage to a 3 versus 3, but doesn't get a pick on the AWP. If they can isolate Monacy, they could still win out the A site. And the bomb carrier Fuzi is thinking about it. Meanwhile, Sapek starts to act towards B. There's no one out here though, they can rotate.
Yeah, he heard the footsteps. Like, he heard the CT player of Cynics move away from B out towards CT spawn, at least in that first early transitional period. So he knows B's open.
I think there's a gap in that smoke again. Yeah, big gap to work with. Sapek's also been spotted, but Sapek still wins the fight. Second CT right out there. Fear's got to put his attention back away. Gets the kill in. LNZ crosses. The bomb carrier Fuzi will also cross. In fact, he finds another AWP battle against Monacy. So it's all on Fear. A 1-on-2. Bomb getting tapped. Fuzi sees the swing. That might cost him, but LNZ's there to bail him out. Get the trade, get the round. 12-3 for Young Ninjas, and whilst it did get scrappy and close towards the end, USPs and Kevlar out, the defuse kit, Sapek with a flashbang. I think he had 2 flashes overall. Ninjas probably used the first one for the entries. Now 3 players stacked on the A site, out of the apartments, they'll look to go, and LNZ drops that bomb, waiting for the second player out, crossfire alongside Nilo, and LNZ will get out of dodge with the bomb being dropped in CT control. Rotation to inbound, Sapek gets his headshot in. One player along of Fear will install Fear into Manon, but Manon is 1 casualty compared to 3 of the T side. And Carry and Fear forming up. Swung upon, swing out the USP. Fuzi captures all the info he needs. Contests against some Carry, knowing he's escaped to the apartment. Still lands that flick of the head. Tags up Fear to 33. No Kevlar, no chance. LNZ secures the 13th for the Ninjas.
Yeah, fall in behind that smoke. Nade goes up towards the T side. Doesn't really do a lot of damage. Manon on the swing. Timing is good. And now they've got a 5-on-3 between them.
And kills found. Fuzi continuing to spray forward. A bit low on the crosshair placement, but it worked out well for him previously. Manon, oh, I think he just saw on KRA. Turning back to Nilo, lands that thing, but does not land that kill. Pogor caught. Cynics all alone. 1-on-5. 1 HP for Manon as well. Should have been dead to rights long ago. The footsteps heard, the bomb on his back. Needing a miracle to clutch this one. And probably to hold the whole thing together here for NAVI Jr. Grabs that Galil again, does not see the player at Graveyard, and does not see any chance here in round 17. I thought I'm the pessimist in this relationship. Well, Monacy, definitely pessimistic about that one. Unfortunately, there's pessimism in Manon's kill as he persistently pummels Monacy into the pit. 4-on-4 scenario, Young Ninjas. He's got all mana to control right now.
Yeah, Sapek moving forward. At least a bit of a trade back in for the T side, but Ankara swinging out wide. Gives the advantage back up. Bomb gets dropped, and, well, Fear's the last one left. Might be able to catch off another player, try and recover that bomb, but he's got to deal with that frag on Manon pretty much straight away.
Grab that bomb. Maybe sneak it into the A site. Got to find Nilo, who is low HP, so you don't need a 1-dig for it. And there it is. There's a pick. There's a bomb plant. Clutch for Fear? I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. Not without Kevlar or utility. Also, not even planted for himself. If a CT player makes his way up to the site and sticks it behind the box. The M4 waiting for Manon. Footsteps heard on site. Sapek moving, jumping in. And there it is. The kill for the SMG for a 3K, for a 15 for map, and match point for Young Ninjas.
Oh, we've seen a few of them over the last couple of days, but it's all right. It gets recovered. We're back to a 4-on-4. And for Young Ninjas, they boost that back up towards a broken wall. They rotate LNZ off of that banana position. And actually, Pogor finds another pick in the apartments. And Monacy gets one too.
All right. We've got a chance for NAVI. It's a chance at the round and probably not the comeback, but it's better than what they would have had otherwise. 4v2, LNZ facing Monacy as the AWP on the angle, so it's all left to Fuzi. Playing a better AWP game in this map by comparison, and he's up for the clutch. That one frag found. They notice to rotate here, and he's going to hear the footsteps. He knows that they're making their way back to B site.
Yeah, not really much he could do, to be honest. Maybe get a 1-on-1. Even that is going to be tough. Hearing the footsteps of one player out for second mid. Good shot coming through from Pogor. And for NAVI Jr., they're going to hold their ground for just a little bit longer. Young Ninjas are sort of
it can still equate to something in the next round, you know? So again, I understand what the thinking is here on the Ninja side. Oh, what's a Reef and Fear? He knows where Nilo is, and he's not going to let him put him for a fall at all.
I don't see players playing that all too often. Might be like that one in a few on the CT basis, but yeah, it was a decent little peek in, decent little adjustment. For Young Ninjas, they've got to make a bit of a decision, I guess, going into the next round, whether they do want to force it up completely and have a couple of players slightly limited, like LNZ and Nilo, or they want to just half buy again. You've got to remember as well, like being up 15-5, you've got such a big lead that even on a bit of a scrappy buy, you still might be able to get away with it. Depends on how much they want to risk it, and it seems like they want to fall by this.
And it's going to be the first port of call for the defensive, though. LNZ with a nade swung upon by Cynics. He detects him through that smoke. There's still 4 players total here, though. Nilo comes up with a kill. Swing up from Sapek, though. Can catch 2 kills. That's exactly what he does. And Manin not aware of the boost inbound. Going to get caught off for it. Nilo backed up over at the pit control, seeing the AWP, knowing exactly where he is, and also aware of Pogor and all. Molotov's in, flashes forward. Pogor turned away from, gets that kill to a 2 versus 2. And Neil Pomonesi desperately hunting for a pick back of his own. The bomb is in CT control. Sapek catches the angle. 1 player left in Pogor. All that they need to finish off the job, and Sapek does just that with a double. 16-5. The Young Ninjas absolutely dominant here on Inferno.
Good display coming through from the Swedes, not buckling under the pressure.